first part of the meeting to Father Klement to present to us concerns regarding our region. So, Father Klement.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I take advantage of the time we are already awakened and not yet tired. Few things which might be helpful to build up the sense of the region. This small prayer card which is on the screen you probably received. Can you raise the hand who did not yet see this? Okay, FIS, Thailand, Australia, China. Okay, so the provincial and the provincial secretary are the faulty ones. So anyway, I will chase. Don't worry. If Brother Hilario, who printed it here in Seoul some 5 months ago, there are some spare copies, so we can get it. This is just expression that in order to build the region, we try to pray for each other. If you see on the screen, this is the map which is stretching from the Pakistan on the west, and Samoa is somewhere inserted in the Jesus, under the Jesus feet here. Here is Samoa. Here is Fiji. Okay, so you see the Samoans are the most happy one because they are close to the Lord at the feet of God. Very good. So pay attention to that. Today is 16. That means today all Salesians are invited at least to say one Hail Mary for East Timor. Sorry, it's coming up. Okay, Timor-Leste. Okay, so this is one of the fruits of the general chapter to build up the region. Consciousness, you would know that already 10 years ago the vision mission of the region was done. I will just read the vision. We envision East Asia Oceania region as a communion of Salesian provinces, creatively faithful to Don Bosco's charism, and effectively collaborating with each other to be evangelizers to the young, especially those who are poor. That is the mission, 4 points. First, thus we commit ourselves. First, to inculturate the preventive system in our provinces. Second, to cooperate in common projects such as formation, youth ministry, Salesian family, social communications, and others. And it's especially about China services, which was launched by Father Chavez 10 years ago. 3, to show solidarity and practical support in times of natural calamities and formative expenses. We know that there is many vocations, there is few money. There is much money, there is few vocations. Usually, it is not a rule, but we try to share. And the 4, to strengthen and deepen our communication with each other and to use the English language as the medium of communication. This is our vision mission as a region. So I will try to address 4 points which are very practical. Usually the houses of formation are the best venues where to build up this regional sense. There is 2 Facebook, or 3 anyway. The main are EAO Salesian Family, which is open to anybody, and you can join and share. Our beloved Deacon Ronachai, he made first act of trust. Did he put it there already? Not yet, okay. He's always slow, but anyway. Ronachai was not aware about his Facebook, so he put baptism of Hua Hin, the 9 people who were baptized by Savio already, with hundreds of pictures this morning, hopefully. Anyway, this is the easiest way how to share, no? Then, of course, we have, and there is another one which is called EAO Salesians EAO, which is just for the Salesians, and it is closed group. Just there is no secret, but however to have not many intruders. Okay, and there is another one for the brothers and so on and so on. But these 2 are the main. So those who use Facebook, so we have chance to connect every time when something happen in your place. This is the website of the congregation, and there is one important place which is called SDL. It is here on the far right, and then there are many entries. SDL means Salesian Digital Library, and there are many collections, according languages. You have Burmese, you have Chinese, you have Korean, whatever you need. And I will just try to call your attention to the Australasia, which is now in crisis, so listen carefully. Australasia is one of the regional services exchanging news, which was started, let's go to the dates, was started already in 1997, 17 years ago. There was one social communication meeting in the Philippines, and Father Julian Fox volunteered as the editor. Unfortunately, Father Julian Fox is now not anymore in charge, and Brother Ephraim, who is too busy in Rome, is anyway somehow also in crisis with that now. So now I'm chasing one confrere from Australia province of Burmese origin, who is the social communication delegate, Will Matthews, to continue. I will show you how does it work. If you never receive, just here is like a storage. No, it is sent by email every time when it comes out. Very simple. This is number 3362, and it is about, for example, a diocesan inquiry of the canonization process of Father Charles Braga, which does put the province of China and Philippines together. It was started last February. Simple like this. How does it work? You send to the, now probably to me, and then later on there is always email at the bottom of the news to Father Will, and it is re-edited, so don't be worried about your best English, etc. It is re-edited and with some small picture put in circulation. There is some 1,000 addresses of those who are on the mailing list. Okay, so Australasia was usually very much supported by some young confreres in formation houses, which is also one good way. In Vietnamese formation houses, they ask them to translate from English to Vietnamese, so they foster also the spirit of translation. So this is another opportunity how to share. And starting last May, I start to send to most of our communities. Here on the website we have regions, and when we go to the East Asia, we have Good Night Talk. I try to send to something simple. You would remember that October issue was about no English, no vocation, just to go to formation. Okay, it was the formative issue. EAO Good Night Talk, 6 September, no English, no vocation. It was about the translators' encounter in Vietnam. No? So this is something, of course, it is always interactive. I try usually to collect the best what I am able to spot when I am around. And of course, more we interact, we take advantage of that. Now, you received 2 sheets of paper, very briefly commented. One is about East Asia Oceania Region Meetings Coordination 2014-2020. You will find all the 6 sectors of the Salesian Life Admission, starting from the provincial and sector delegates, and going up to the Salesian family on the back. It is just for your information. You will find also, of course, below the formation delegates, the formation of formation personnel, directors, and you see the dates are already decided for the whole 6 years. There should be not many extra meetings apart of that, and now we look for the venues. So this is something which can help us. The only thing, I apologize to the brothers, there is only Brother Mon here, but I forgot to put there the 2018, if you can put it by yourself. 2018, we try to prepare very well another brothers, Salesian Brothers Congress in the region. No? So this is the only one missing. And why it is in your hands, of course, the provincials or those who are participating, they know already, but since many rectors are changing, delegates are changing, it's good to have more public knowledge about this. You received a second sheet of paper, which is called Resource, which is called Resource Persons Province. It is an invitation. I am asking all who are the formation delegates of the province to fill up and send me as a Christmas gift, at least before Christmas. It is not follow-up of the homily of Father Jerry today, but it's a follow-up of the general chapter. We realized in our region we have not too many resource persons for different sectors we need. No? For example, if you like for missiology, you will find probably one. No? If you like to look somebody for canon law, anyway, we have 2-3 people in the whole region. No? So the provincials were did ask to put together at least one list. So we have the subject, whatever it might be, anyway, even if it is not on the list, you put it where you have some expert in something, not just PhD, no? It's not about doctorates. It's about really some expertise in any field which might be useful for our formation and mission. Then, even if, of course, there is many lay people who are working with us, so even if it's a lay person, cooperator, whoever, past people, you put them there. And, of course, the email contact is very important, okay? So this is something which I will send by email to your provinces, but good to know about that. For example, the province of Australia, which is diminishing in numbers, they have many resource persons so far. Father Varengo is going around, Father Moloni for preaching now. And not everybody knows about that, so when we put it all together, these 10 sheets of each province, so might be very useful for having more exchange of experts among us now. Any question to these 2 sheets of paper? Okay. So I continue. So this is the first point. Second point is about spiritual direction. You know that it is one of the main topic of the chapter and also of our region, because 7 of our provinces of 10 acknowledged we have very few or almost no spiritual directors. This is a reality, no? This invitation from Australia, which Basilio participated 2 years ago, no? The program is in the Central Heart of Life on the campus of SVD and Theological College in Melbourne, Australia. Offers one year-long course which is called Siloam program, run by the MSC, and anyway, it's like an intercongregational team. Now, one of those opportunities. If you have any other opportunity in your province, please share. No, there is some few copies, free copies of that. It is in digital, no problem to share. 1 year course, and our community, which you can attend from, is just 20 minutes by public from this place, no, in Melbourne. And of course, Brother Mon is expert in spiritual direction. In the Philippines, we have few, but in other provinces, we are really like in the desert. So please take note about that. The third point is about something which probably might be just like a challenge for a formator. When we say formation, we usually don't speak about money, we don't speak about Salesian family, we just speak about ourselves. No? This is quite dangerous view. No? So probably you received or there was around this newsletter from Salesian Missions Office in Australia. We have only 2 functional mission offices in the region. It is not just for fundraising, but this is run by just one Salesian brother, Michael Lynch, in Melbourne. In this house there is, and this is already 35 years of history, no? long history. In Korea they started just 2 years ago, but it's already well established. No? Brother Michael Chang, the economist of the province, is in charge. If I say the project of apostolic life of the Salesian cooperators, which is something very important for the Salesian family, is already updated about 3 months ago. So again, Salesian family, at least this knowledge about the family is probably among the things which are usually out of our sight. No? Yesterday we talked a lot about youth ministry framework. On the USB you can get it, and there is one special website for how to form the confreres to understand this new framework of Salesian youth ministry. It was very well prepared. The youth ministry delegates, they studied for 4 days in Australia. No? Anyway, each sector, starting from communication up to family, I believe, should be at least, we should capture what is really changing, what is happening in the Salesian congregation. Probably I forgot to ask you one very important question about I believe each information is a formation, And I can ask one very bad question. How many of you are subscribed to the ANS News? Can you raise the hand? How many are subscribed to receive daily the ANS News? Very few, okay. So, this is the, sorry, I will put it smaller. This is a daily dispatch of some 3-4 news in 6 languages. Again, some provinces used to translate it immediately. So, of the 4-5 news in English, you can find on the Vietnamese province website the same day in Vietnamese, at least 1 or 2. And I believe for the Good Night's Talk, for especially information houses to widen the vision of the young conference about the Salesian congregation is very important. Here it is written newsletter. You just subscribe and you will receive automatically every day. Very simple, okay? So ANS, Salesian News Agency, Agencia Info Salesiana. Very interesting. Now there is 3 staff, all 3 are Salesian brothers. And one of them is from our region, Brother Ephraim. Okay, so I forgot to share this, and this might be one of the really beautiful things. Then the next point is about Salesian missionary solidarity in our region. Father Alfred introduced before leaving this Salesian missionary formation book, which was prepared by Father Cherila and myself in past 6 years. And we are proud that almost half of the missionaries of the congregation comes from our region, no? About 43% in past 6 years. It's very beautiful. However, anyway, it is just not past. We need to look ahead. In our region, we have very special situation. We have the most advanced frontiers of the missions, which are quite weak. Pakistan, Mongolia, Cambodia, on those, also some Laos and the countries in the Pacific. Of course, China services was supported very much. They grew now. We have already 6-7 underground, which we don't speak about. Okay, local fellows from there, which is a very good things. But what is important to know, especially talk to the young conference about those challenges. You know, the Salesian missionary vocation doesn't come out of the blue, comes from animation. So, just one challenge would be about Malaysia. Malaysia is the only bigger country in the region which there is no Salesian presence yet. Okay, it's close to, we can Google somewhere anyway, it's close to Indonesia, and 65 million of population, more or less the situation of the church is like Indonesia. Sorry, no, we will make it later better. The church is like Indonesia, about 2% of the population. The Muslims are quite reasonable, like Indonesia, even better somehow. There is more variety of religions than in Indonesia, and they speak the same language. The Vice Province of Indonesia, Timor, they volunteer to take responsibility, but we would like to have an international team. So anyway, if you speak about and pray for, this is not on the prayer card because it came later on. So Malaysia would be one of the frontiers. Singapore is not Salesian friendly and not. It is not for us. I visit Singapore recently. It's too small and too much tight. No, it's really. And we tried to enter it 2 times, and it was always the problem was with the conditions, either the bishop or the government. So it's not really a nice place to be there now. Just 2 million of population, very high standard of life, and really not easy. Anyway, and another frontier which we have 2 gentlemen from the Pacific, and they can speak also a little bit on behalf of their province. It's about Australia. Australia is now looking like Project Europe. That means they closed 5 communities in a few years' time because number of conferences is diminishing. Although we expand in New Zealand 1 community. We have 1 community in Fiji, 3 communities in Samoa, and 8 communities in Australia. But the number is already below 100. Okay. And average age, if you listen carefully, 65 above, no? So definitely there is one very good opportunity, because Australia is multicultural, not like Europe. They are open to any culture. Salesians, church, everybody. We have schools with 70, 80 nationalities. Now this is some of our schools, not every school. So in order to really continue the presence of Don Bosco in Oceania, a part of Solomon Islands and Papua New Guinea, which is under Manila province, we need really some volunteers, strong vocations for that secularized environment of Australia, and probably also some mix up in the Pacific Islands, Samoa, Fiji, and New Zealand. So for your prayers, for your animation, okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Father Clement. Thank you, Father Clement.
And I would like to ask for